purpose of today, we're gonna do some Genshin dailies, knock out a few things, maybe go over some things that I think would be helpful for folks, you know, what I like. So, you know, gonna show off my Syndrome, of course. Yeah. So I have her with Chi-Chi, Beto, and Yamika. So now I did get Syndrone's first constellation. I think that's pretty good. It actually allows her to do her. So my biggest thing with her is that big charge attack is like what you really want, and this allows her to do it a little bit longer. So like if you say for instance over a span of 10 seconds, without this E1, she has to recycle that charge attack maybe a couple of times. With this C1 in that same amount of 10 seconds, she doesn't have to. So those big charges are where she's doing a lot of her damage. And so you kind of get more damage in a shorter amount of time, which I pretty much like. I do. And then it does increase the stellar conduct. So I like the C1. I'm not mad at it. You know, artifacts. I got her on the, you know, what everybody probably has her on. Disenchantment and Deep Shadow. Artifacts are pretty good. Except for that one. I messed up big time when I did this one. I was mad at myself, but I can't get rid of it yet. Yeah, she's doing pretty good. Weapon. I had to get that beauty. I had to. It's beautiful. Gorgeous. Anywho. She's level 90. Talent. I did scale it all the way up. So I accidentally did a few other ones first, but you want to do her main attack, her normal attack. That's where she gets her damage from. She's like never let in that kind of sense, which I 95'd him. Had to. All right, we're gonna use this team for my, let's just say for instance, for my dailies. Let's start with dailies. Let's see. We're gonna do dailies first, and we're gonna that lane. Okay. We're gonna. Okay. All right. Looks like we're good to go. We're gonna do some dailies. Like I was saying earlier, I'm running with Syndrome. I'm be honest, sometimes I just be like, let me cycle through this stuff for real, for real. I'm gonna go through it. You know what we came here for. I just want to get through my dailies. That's it. I go take this picture. All right. I try to cycle my dailies depending on the area so I can get more artifacts. Not artifacts, but like just things from the area. Dagnabbit, did I? I'm pretty sure it's this one. Yeah. It's normally a picture. So we gotta take a picture during 1700. It's not too bad. Ain't nothing wrong with taking a little picture. Let's see. We got Syndrome out. Let's allow her out. Because I like get in there. We're going to make the picture purposeful, right? So let's do this. I'm going to wait till she does her little thingamabob. Now, the funny thing about Syndrome is that I really wanted her when I first, she's like a character that I'm like,
I've taught myself to play many different
I like the characters who are like,
you don't believe me?
You know, they're not necessarily a good person all the way, but they're also not necessarily evil. They're the person that you're like, oh, I would have never thought you'd be so helpful. And then they're helpful. And you're like, oh my God, thank you so much for being helpful. And they're like, you know what? I can't I can't show you that I'm helpful, you know? Like, I can't show you that I'm a nice person, because then you're like, you're a nice person. Like Bob's Burgers Louise, she's my favorite character, right? She's like, she bullies her siblings all the time, and she's like, oh, you know, Tina, you get on my nerves, Jean, but then can't nobody touch him now. If you mess with them, you mess with her, she doesn't play. That's what I like. But Sandroni, originally she had that meta where I was thinking, oh, you know, it's going to be a big bulky guy. I didn't know what reaction she was going to do. Cryo, gotcha, makes sense. But, and if you've seen her storyline, I'm not going to spoil it. But if you've seen the storyline, it kind of does make sense where you're like, okay, it's not going to be the same thing. Or maybe they was like, oh, we'll rebuild it. But nah, we'll see. Well, we see, and it's not. And it's okay. I actually do like this form of her. I think she's actually really strong. So no complaints. It's just something different. Let's see him set this team up. I'm gonna need a bitch today because I really wanted to anyway. That's what I really wanted to do.
Guys.
That was quick.
But I was like, I'm gonna record at least that. Yeah, she just no time at all. Let's see. Let's see. Uh-oh. Here's a defense one. Now, see if I can land and get some of those stones. I don't know about y'all, but I struggle to get like whatchamacallit? The stones to level up weapons, and I have to create them all the time because I just, my issue is I want to level up all my characters at the same time.
Here comes
Right
another.
now,
like,
emerge.
I need to stop doing that. But what happens is I randomly watch a video and I'm like, you know what, let me try this person out. Or I'm like, that might actually make sense. I like her. I do. I really do. I'm in the phase where I'm like, I really want to use this team a lot. So I'm like, my biggest thing about Genshin characters is like, I like using characters, and even if they're niche, I'm okay with that. But I don't like when they're super niche and it's like almost not usable. Like Cryo for me for a while, when they was like prioritizing like freeze, I was like, yeah, back in the day when like in the Genshin you can freeze everything. Okay, great. But then after a while, like you can freeze anything. And it was just almost like, okay, what's the purpose? So I do like how they're making Cryo more of a, not necessarily prioritizing freeze, but more of a reaction to where it's like, all right, cool, you know, we're gonna use Cryo to say, hey, yeah, you can use Cryo and, you know, it becomes Stellar Conduct or it becomes something else, Electro Charged or whatever. I like that now, so that way you can actually utilize it across different enemies. Because I want my teams to be able to be like, I can fight an enemy and then now I'm in a story, or if I'm running around, I don't have to keep changing enemies. Now I understand the specifics of having teams of like, hey, you gotta have this team to do this one thing, and it's like, okay, great, but I don't know, call me crazy. I'm like, I want my teams to be able to do multiple things. I don't want to have to, oh, I ran into this one area, now I gotta change the person out, you know? That's how I feel. Dailies are done. That was pretty quick. One thing I'm going to show, because that's not what I meant to do. She has some different dialogue if you talk
Welcome
to
to the
Catherine.
Adventurers Guild, my lady.
Yeah.
Is there something I can help you with?
Oh, that's right. She
Thank
said,
you
talk
for
to me
completing
nice.
today's commissions.
Talk to me nice.
Here is your reward.
Welcome to the adventure.
Let's see. All right. One thing I wanted to talk about is sometimes if you're like low on some stuff, if you need some things really quickly, are so like money, sometimes gems, sometimes like the talent or the weapon level up materials. If you don't know, there's this bad boy right here, the parametric transformer. You can only use it once a week, but you put it out and you basically feed it some of your material that you have. So sometimes you fight a lot of the same enemies. Let's say I'm gonna feed it some of these. Just pay attention to the quality. You don't want to be wasteful. So like in the different categories, I think purple gives you 4. Blue gives you maybe 2. Yeah, and then the green gives you 1, I think. Yeah. So if you don't want to be too wasteful, what I try to do is I go through different ones so I won't waste it. Now, some people, I think like if you go online, sometimes people say, oh, make sure you're using this type of material all the time. And I don't know. I think it's a little bit of a myth that is actually something different, because I feel like I do it every different time and I get different ones. So the objective is you fill it with the stuff that you don't need, right? So I've just given it some items that I don't need. I have plenty of these other items I don't have to farm right now. So I'm going to give it some of those. And then you initiate the transmutation, say, I'm good. This is the stuff I want. And now you just attack it, but you have to attack it with like element stuff. And it's not like just normal attacks. And you just go at it. And build that percentage up. Yep. And then you get this. You can do it once a week. I like doing it because randomly sometimes I'm like, let's see what I get. This is different. See, but it's always good stuff. And I forgot what mission you do. I should probably tag that in the comments. But that's how you use it. That also, I used to struggle with getting crystal trap flies. I hated rocking around and going get them. This is a slow burn. So when I say this, it's not to say, oh, I should be able to do it today. It is a slow burn. It will take you a week. So not this one, the parametric transformer, you can only use once a week. So now I have to wait until next week. The crystal fly trap is something that you can put out and you have to wait a week to get it. So, and 9 times out of 10, you'll have a lot of these things. So I always just feed it like the iron chucks or something like that. So leave it out and you don't touch it. You don't touch it. And the next week, this time period, you will have 15 crystal fly traps just sitting there. I would just do that on a weekly basis, and then I have enough fly traps. You do that for condensed resin. So I can't make any right now, but as you can see, I have 519. So something to use is a slow burn, but if you shouldn't be using too much of those every week. So like if you're doing it every week and then you're collecting that every week, you should be fine. I do have to use some resin. So I'm going to get some money. There's double rewards right now. So I'm going to get some moolah. And the reason why I am doing my daily, so if you haven't known, what they introduced new is if you have a 5-star character, I go here, the temper thyself and journey far, right? So for umpteen weeks, what is it, 8 weeks, if you do your dailies, and then if you also spend 120 resin 5 days a week, so it doesn't have to be every day, but it has to be 5 days of those weeks, you not only get weekly rewards, you are able to get a constellation of a 5-star character that you already have. And that is the key. You already have to have that character. I know, but you have to have that character. And not only that, once you have that character, you can only get that constellation once during this time. So I was holding that in, Jesus. So like the grayed out ones are either A, I don't have these characters. So I don't have Baizu, I don't have Shinha. But these are the people I have redeemed for. So I can't redeem them again. So I've already gotten one extra one, I can't do it again. So I was like, okay, out of these people, I picked Chi-Chi because I actually do like her on the team I have her now. And I was like, well, if I C6 her, get it out of the way, I'd rather do that. But now I have Yao Mika. The issue is I kind of fell off my Genshin gameplay for a little bit. So I'm not going to finish this. I'm not going to be able to get to the end. This actually restarts after this week anyway. So what I'll do is I'll change it to Yamiko and get her constellation, her C1. But again, it's purposeful because now I get to get these rewards anyway. So I was like, I'm just going to keep doing it. So like I get the enhancement of feather. Is it called enhancement or enchanted? One of them. But long story short, you can use those feathers to, if you have a 5-star and you want to reshape, you need those feathers. And I suggest sometimes like reshaping things. Like I do that, to be honest. Now, if something is, if an artifact is like,
what's the point in all these?
I'm griping about it because I'm like, I probably won't reshape it because it's like, you don't want to get too greedy, because if you reshape it, you get greedy, and then like you get like an even worse artifact. That would piss me off. It really would. So I'm just like, all right, I won't do too much. So I try not to. Yeah. So the reason why I say I wanted to get some money, because it's not like I don't have any artifacts that I want to put right now.
Right here. Emerge. Life goes on.
But with Odette coming, I don't know.
To ashes.
See, I've been poking around. I need to poke around a little bit more. I think I'm gonna end up saving my stuff. Not that she's bad or anything.
See. Right here. Emerge. Right now. Faster. Come on, keep up.
See, I didn't do it like I should have. I could have definitely killed him with the other two. But no, she's really good though. I really enjoy her. I need some money because I'm always poor. I spend my money. Okay, I do. I spend the monies. When I come in here, I spend my money on this game. I level up my artifacts. I do a lot of different things.
Eyes on
I like it.
Wheel of life.
Now, Chi-Chi actually heals really easy. I like setting her up too, because all you gotta do is really put a seal on someone, and as you attack them, they heal everyone else, which I really love. Alright, and then today I'm getting double. I don't know. They allow you to do, I think if I did like 40, it'd just be 2 at a time. I wouldn't have to do all this. But I do enjoy going around fight. What I want to do is the Abyss today. We'll see if we can do that, because I do want to get my...
Right here. Right now.
I want to get some primo gems. I want to be ready for the next person. Whoever I get, if I get them. Now, see, this is where I'm saying where I don't want to have to keep changing my person to fight something just because they're a different element. And as you see, there's a cryo person, but with the stellar conduct, I'm able to still do some stuff. So I like that.
Come on out. Right here. Right now. Faster. Power that isn't right now.
Faster.
A sight to behold.
Alright, boom. Now, I spent 60. What do I want to do? Do I want some more money? Because I need to do another 60. I kind of want to run a domain, but what domain do I want to do? What artifacts do I want to do? Because I'm tired of doing that. Sometimes what I do is I'm like, all right, I look at the artifacts of a person I have, and I'm like, see, like this one, I'm like, I could try to find another artifact, but then I think, whew, she needs some rest. But then I think to myself, like, well, what is the chances of me finding another energy recharge on an energy recharge type, you know, artifact? So I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's somebody's artifact that I wanted to make better. To make. Oh. I'm sad. Let's go run this domain real quick. Farina. I love Farina. I think I didn't realize how, what does call it, how helpful she actually is. She can actually like make some stuff shake on her for her. I really do appreciate her. However, let's not leave it out of discussion. She will murder you. Murder you. Love her to death. But I'm like, girl, like if you don't have the healing correct on that team, it is. If you don't have a healer on the Farida team, you're tripping. And like as much as she's useful as a healer, because she's actually a pretty good healer, she's not used for healing. Now you want to use an attack. But when I say like you look away for 2 seconds and you're dead.
Witness the power of Gawa.
I'm like, girl.
Quietly now.
I want to like this team a lot more, especially because I want.
Here comes the catch. Laid bare.
I really want to do this vaporize thing, but it's like setting it up. I just feel like, okay, by the time I finish setting it up, it's like, I don't anymore. I don't know. It does some damage though. It does some really good damage. Let's see. So I actually want to use a condensed resin. I don't even want to look at that. I didn't do too much because that's not what we're here for, kids. We are not here for that. We're here for the abyss. I want to do that, get that over with. Done skis. So I am going to use, so I have to make another condensed resin because I choose one. And then now I've done what I needed to do and I can collect my weekly rewards. Why do I keep pressing the wrong button? Triangle. Dust of enlightenment. Not a feather. But I feel like it says you have, like, I don't know where I get the term feather from. I guess it's like a feather. But, all right. My daily checking was okay. All right, so we are going to go to the abyss. Let's do the abyss today. Oh, this is not the abyss. It's the theater. I don't think I should do it tonight because it's going to frustrate me. I love doing the theater. It is such a nice little experience. Somewhat of a challenge. I like a challenge. But it is annoying, and it can be annoying because Why not? Why wouldn't it be annoying? So the thing about the theater is I like to do it on the hardest setting because that's how you get all of the rewards. And the issue is if you have a lot of characters, that's fine. But having the characters and teams, like say for instance, there are people who make sense to be on a team, and if they're not on that team, they're not really good. And that's the problem I have, is that you do this, you put these people on these teams, and they're just not good with each other. Because you can't pick who's on the teams. You can only pick people individually. So you're basically waiting for like that perfect team composition to come up so you can fight some of the enemies. And I do not like that. I hate it. I hate it. But it's a challenge because it makes it like, oh, okay, now you don't use these same people. You've never used this group. So like, okay, let's use this group. And then you're like, oh, let me try how Farina and Yolande works. And then you realize, oh, they're trash together. But then you're like, but I have to do it because I've already picked these people. And then if you haven't played it, you should play it. You get rewards. It is a little challenging. But it's cool. I was supposed to put Bennett on this team. That's what I'm doing. There you go.
You want me on your team?
And then I can see, because I wanted, actually, did I take? Yeah, I placed the weapon. And then so before I go off, because obviously the boy's tired, I always like to test out to this enemy. So I always find like an enemy that I'm like, oh, you are annoying. It used to be the big bird. I used to test the big bird out. This person right here, she gets on my everlasting nerves. She's strong, and I like to test my stuff out. So if I get a new character, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm coming here.
Rain cutter. Everybody stand back. Overruled.
Yeah, I think I should just have Bennett, because then she's amping up. Bennett is amping up her power. I don't think the double hydro actually works in my favor here. Plus, the 2 pyro actually, a good thing to note is when you have your parties, depending on how the elements you have. See, this one gives increase in attack, which is useful for Arlecchino. If I have 2 hydros, is an increase in HP, but it's not really something good for Arlecchino, so it's kind of like, I get more hydro, however, I think I'm drowning out her power with the hydro. So let's see.
If you insist on putting yourself to the test,
and I love Arlecchino too, so I feel like everybody should have a copy of her.
Gotcha. Busted. Game's up. Transfixed.
But she's also one of those people you gotta play a certain way. Yeah, see, I feel like I was done before. But I love Yolande. I want Yolande to work so well, but she just needs so much energy by herself. Like I don't think I'm able to get
You want me on your
energy
team?
I can get with Sing Chu. With Yolande.
Who's our target then?
Let's see. Maybe that's what I need to work on. Maybe I actually do need to like work on Yolande and give her some more energy. Yeah, she needs more energy. Really bad. I might have to sacrifice something because HP. Yeah, I don't have anything extra energy on her. Damn, that's a good piece. I wonder... Damn, that's such a good piece. I don't know, chat. I might have to make her a piece. I think she deserves it. Well... And then I have this. What is this one? Oh. But it's an HP. Does she do better on hydro damage? Yeah. Yeah, that's... Damn, this is such a good piece for her, too. But I just need... And that just sucks. Huh. Okay, let's see. I kind of want to see what a energy recharge does for her. If I like that better or not. Okay. Let me see. I'm just about to. Right. Let's see.
If you insist on putting yourself to the test.
Up and away!
Gotcha.
So it's like almost there. Almost there.
Welcome fly.
Shoot. Okay.
These are about to get dicey.
I'm going
Dang it. Her ass move. Okay.
This is where
Let's see. I like that. And I think that I can use Yalan. I really do like Xingqiu. I think Xingqiu is a really good character. He's a 4-star. He's a 4-star Yalan. But the damage that Yalan gives is a lot more. I wonder if it's worth... So I did energy recharge. I wonder if it's worth changing to this artifact. No, that's not. I wonder if it's worth changing to this one to give her a little bit more energy recharge. You lucky I actually have... Should I create her? Should I create a artifact for her? Because what? And how many times I've farmed that freaking artifact set? We are not doing this. How much is it? Oh yeah, this one's 4. Because if I do her energy recharge 1, I can't make it a substat. That's so annoying. Why are you still doing it? I have a feather. I'm just gonna use the feather. Because anything is gonna be better than this. You're sick. You're sick. You're actually sick. You're sick. You're sick. Y'all, this could be the greatest thing. I don't really think I have anything to lose. I guess my crit rate is a little higher. I'll take that. She got a little bit more energy recharge, which is fine. I took some hit on the crit damage. But let's see. That was the biggest thing about Sing Chu, because he gets so much energy that I know that I can get his elemental burst off of
If you insist on putting yourself
each
to the
rotation.
test, then it's up to you.
Closing in.
Quietly now. Gotcha.
The key sometimes is to catch even though they're off and they're not for them,
Everybody stand
and you get a little bit less. The key is to also sometimes catch that damage with Yalan is like
Your strength
crucial.
acknowledged.
Sometimes the key is to get the elements off of the other folks. There's a percentage, if you look it up, there's a percentage but you get from like the non-element or the opposite element. So I shouldn't say opposite element. So like if a pyro energy comes to someone who's hydro, you get like partial. You don't get as much as the energy. You're gonna be able to catch it. Let's see. I don't necessarily think this guy's ever hard.
Bye.
Busted. Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
I'm going in.
He just
Laid
moves.
bare. Everlasting as the moon.
And you also have to be mindful that the way Arlecchino heals is her elemental burst. I just use her elemental burst. I don't necessarily always use it for the attack. But I think I'm gonna stop here because I'm not finna do the theater. Y'all gonna have to catch me on the flip side. But yeah, that's a little bit of Genshin for tonight. I'll try to do a little bit more of what you all should do or give some advice. But other than that, that's all I got. Peace.